The eye of our liberation is our interim government, which personifies the will of the majority of Amazonians towards our liberation, our total and unconditional freedom. The noise from this tornado is in two folds: the voice of the tornado on one hand, and the noise of its activities on its path. The ABC Amba TV is the voice of our liberation machine, and the voice is always that unique sound that tells you, here comes the tornado. Meanwhile, the noise is not from the tornado, but from the feedback of the devastation on its path. ABC's assignment is not to report on the noise, but it is the voice which speaks to the truth and directs even the noise. Activist platforms may report on the activities of the tornado, but ABC must be the voice that leads unambiguously and gives the right direction. Unfortunately, the voice of our liberation has suffered several assaults from anti-revolutionaries within and without our movement, who tried from the beginning to expropriate, appropriate, or confiscate the voice of the people. That's not strange, though, in revolutionary history. The enemies within and enemies without always try to capture the voice, take over the cockpit, and direct the revolution, the people. Everyone knows that he who controls the voice of the people defines the issues, dictates the narratives, controls opinions, subjugates the minds, and directs the course. This is true in Amazonia and has been so since the colonial and post-colonial eras, which had only the traditional media, that's newspapers, journals, radio, and some television. It was easy, therefore, for dictator Ahijo or Biya, after filtering the curriculum of our educational system, to censor the traditional media in order to control national opinion through propaganda, misinformation, or deliberate outright information blackout. At the beginning of our restoration movement, La République sought to censor the internet by imposing an internet blackout, but the cost was unbearable for them. Thanks to the internet and social media, the days of state censorship of information are over. The people in power have no power again to take media hostage. The people's power is now in charge. The lifting of their 120 days plus internet shutdown in 2017 by Mr. Biya was our very first victory against the power of our oppressors. Anti-revolutionaries, the world, may only now try to buy off successful influencers, corrupt some with huge social media following, create phonies or fake profiles, or use cyber terrorism to target and silence some voices. But they cannot filter by any means what gets into the media space. The enemy of Amazonia, they realized this reality of this information age very early and launched a war to take possession of the very voice of our revolution.